And now live on Facebook. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
October 1st, can you believe it?
No.
I know.
Time just got flies by.
It is, and this weekend, we have there's the Fairfax Homecoming is this weekend. I love to see that you're in the Fairfax colors.
There you go.
Well, I'm not, but I will be later today. So I was chatting with you a little bit about this. So every night when I go to bed, I listen to NPR. And they had on the show the other day, Innovation Hub was the series that they were playing. And it was fascinating. They had an analytical writer on, and they were talking about the disproportion of college-educated women versus men and how that is affecting the dating world.
Interesting.
It was really interesting, and they were likening it a lot.
I mean, the dating world is crazy anyway because of COVID.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Who's just going to go out with a random person?
I know. And I mean, well, and neither you or I have been in the dating world in a while, so I find it fascinating regardless. But it was really interesting because they were likening it to after World War II, or World War I, I guess it was mainly, especially over in Europe where so many men had died, that there was just this big disproportion of women versus men at that marrying age. But what they're saying now is, I mean, obviously we don't have people dying. Well, we do in some cases, but they were likening it to because of college-educated women have a higher ratio than college-educated men, and that they're starting to see trends of how that is affecting the dating world.
Interesting.
I know, and the thing that's real, and so
I mean, is it that more women are going to college right away outside of high school? Men are waiting a period of time?
So they're yes. So what they're doing is they're saying they're likening it to. So they're saying that scientifically, women and girls, college age going into high school going into college, their minds are just more mature, more developed. So they tend to score better and do better in school, which is getting them into college, as opposed to that's not the case for 16, 17, 18-year-old guys, which, I mean, I have two. I see it. I see the difference in how lines work.
Well, I think, too, maybe the technology way to go might be part of it as well. Maybe some of the guys are going right from high school because you can take some of those technology classes in high school and then just finish up in a year and a half and then go on and get your BA or BS degree.
Yeah.
But interesting.
I know. So they're seeing that in that age range where, like, the dating age range, that more women are college educated than men are. And it's interesting because one of the things that they said was, you would think it was, well, does that mean that the women are being picky because they don't want to date people with less education? But that's actually not the case. It's the flip side, to where the guys don't want to date someone in a different kind of education level. So anyway, so it is Innovation Hub on NPR. It was fascinating if anyone wants to go listen to it, because they went into everything else. Because, I mean, they even started likening it to what happens in the animal world when there's a disproportion, and is that affecting, and they've actually done studies to where, like, the calls are different and everything. So it's fascinating. So there's your little educational moment for a Friday morning. So I've got some other news. So also, obviously it's legitimately fall season. We're in sweaters, so it's there. They have just come out with kind of the time schedule for the peak fall foliage. And it kind of goes from west to east as it follows through a timeline. And Stanton, if you want to say it the correct way.
Although
it's spelled with a U.
Doesn't matter. Well, Crozet is Crozet, which is just right over the mountain from Stanton.
Right. Thank you. Sharon always has my back when it comes to pronunciation.
Virginia words, how to pronounce in Virginia.
Right. So starting out in Stanton, October 11th, that's when the peak season is going to be, and then it's just going to kind of make the way east. So like October 18th, getting closer to like Charlottesville, stuff like that. And then it ends, they have it ending October 25th is the end of the peak. in Rock Creek Park.
Interesting.
So,
well, I heard an article too, because a lot of the foliage in this area in particular got hit so hard from the cicadas that the foliage is not going to be nearly as nice because we have so many brown branches, because the female came and laid the eggs, or they ate, or whatever they did, a foot from the end of the branch, and that's why you have all these branches on the oak trees that are this long falling off that are brown. So we might see a difference in our foliage this year.
That will be interesting to note. Yes.
But those cicadas didn't happen everywhere, just us in Northern Virginia.
I know, yeah. So Aslan Beer Company, so obviously started out in Herndon, widely popular. Then they moved over, they opened up a place in the Alexandria area, and now they're taking a foray into the food world, to where they are opening up a scratch kitchen called Knead, so exactly like kneading bread. And it's going to be open Wednesdays through Sundays, and they're going to be serving up pizzas, sandwiches, and different breads.
Yum, homemade breads.
I know, homemade breads.
Can you imagine how that's going to smell? They need to have vents being poured out into the street with warm bread rising.
Oh my
cooking,
God, that
baking.
would be amazing.
Yum.
That would be amazing. And then a few months ago, I think I was on with Tracey during a Friday Live. I talked about a place opening called Selfie World, and I wasn't super nice about it, although throughout that specific talk I relented and I was like, actually it's great, because Selfie World is it's this kind of phenomenon that's happening, and it's great because it gives tweens and younger teens something to do. And you know what, I've even seen a lot of adults do it. So basically it's a place where you go and there's just different like photo vignettes of how you can do stuff, but it's gotten so popular. There is another one that's coming to Loudoun at the Leesburg Outlets, and that's going to be called Planet Selfie.
Fun. It's kind of like my generation's photo booth.
Right.
I mean, I can picture still, you get a little strip of paper with like 3 photos on it for $0.25.
Yeah.
I wonder how much it is now.
I was going to say, it is. Well, I know the Selfie World, I think that was like $35 an hour.
Yeah. If you go into my photos, you'll see one of me and my high school girlfriend. And I think we were in like maybe the 10th or 11th grade with our little selfie photo booth.
Oh, that's cute.
At the state fair, which is going on right now, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
The Richmond State Fair?
Virginia State Fair.
No, but like where is it?
It's in Richmond.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Well, it's actually in Glen Allen, Aslan area at the state fairgrounds area,
Gotcha.
Right by King's Dominion. You go past King's Dominion, you'll be on your right. You keep on going. You go over the river, and it's there.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
State fairs are always fun. I remember.
They have a 725-pound pumpkin.
Oh my gosh.
Can you
They have the
imagine?
craziest things.
I don't know how you even pick it up.
Yeah. Usually the state fairs, that's where all the like crazy food concoctions come out of. Like of the fair
chocolate
food.
covered
Right.
in this and that. And,
Yeah.
They still have corn dogs and, the sausage and onions and green peppers and funnel cakes, and they still have those regular things.
Yeah.
Too.
I remember reading somewhere, this was not in Virginia, it was some other area, but like the big thing one year was like deep fried stick of butter. And I was like, that's disgusting. I know. To each their own.
Yeah.
I'm not going to judge. Okay, so another thing. So Capital One Hall. This is that big performance center. I mean, there's so much going on over there. It officially opens today, kicking off with Josh Groban is playing over there. And this is, obviously, it has the performing arts venue. There's the 1,600 seat stage. And then there's also a black box theater and a rooftop amphitheater.
Oh, wow.
So that is officially open today, which is nice.
Great seating.
It is. And then also in Tyson's, now this is going to be like a decade in the making, but over in the Scotch Run area, I mean, the whole area of Tyson's is getting redone. So over in the Scotch Run area, there's this 3.5 acre vacant lot right now that they are proposing and working into having that be not only a farmer's market, but they're going to have ice skating rinks and outdoor trapeze areas.
Wow. I wonder if you can actually take a class.
Probably, because I know that they have the trapeze school in DC, and I've always wanted to do it, but I also don't want to drive to DC, so I never did. So I never did it. But
I don't know. I don't like getting up in the ladder to change a light bulb, so I'm not so sure I'm going to climb a ladder to do a trapeze.
Yeah. Well, I've jumped out of an airplane, so I figure if I can do that, I'm fine with everything else. So that's kind of the news that I got going on, and we have a lot of stuff that we were covering on our website this week. So let's go ahead and jump into that. So Maura went ahead, she put together what the kitchen trends are that are happening. So if you are in the market for redoing your kitchen, I think actually right now is one of the most popular times to redo kitchens because everyone wants to try and get it done
before Christmas.
Before the holidays. With the way that the lumber timeline and construction timelines are going, let me just put it this way, it ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna get it done
on a good day. You're getting your kitchen done in 3 months, but
right
now I don't know. Wow.
Right. Yes. But Maura went ahead and put together some great kitchen trends that you can get into your home if you are one who is thinking about doing that.
Well, I mean, we were having a discussion with the designer people that we're working with right now, and he said that we are going back away from the grays and back to the warm and neutral tones.
Yes, definitely.
So,
yeah.
Gave a couple examples of paint colors, and we both knew them, but they are coming back around for those. It's just like the gold tones that you see on HGTV, where everybody's like, "Oh, gold everything," and
right,
trying,
right, making their way out. We also went ahead and in our What You Get For series took a look at a 1-bedroom with den condo over in the Isabella. This is over in Alexandria, listed at or purchased for $287. So broke down what those numbers look like, and this is actually a great little community. It has tons of amenities, and the pool is beautiful. They have a legit fitness center, basketball courts, tennis courts, and the residents of the Isabella, I think it's Bryn Mawr Park is right across the street. They get access, full access to the park, which is nice. So it's a really cute area over there. So we looked at what those numbers are for you. And we did a Clifton restaurant and shop tour. So this was fun. Clifton is such a cute, quaint little town. I will let you guys watch the video so you can get more information. But one fun fact that in the research that when I was doing it, I had come across was the Sleepless in Seattle script was written at a house in Clifton.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. I was like, oh. And the funny thing is I had actually just watched that movie the other day.
Oh.
So I was like, yeah. And you have a fun time at Clifton.
Go to Peterson's Ice Cream.
Yes.
And meet Tom. Because, he and I worked together at Robinson, and then we had a few dates.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah. Small world here in Northern Virginia.
So, hey, Tom, if you're watching.
Right. It's so funny because everyone is always like, oh, nobody's ever a native of Northern Virginia. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, I guess it's just whatever circles you run in.
Well, I'm not a native, but I've been here since 75. So
right.
That's long enough.
Yes. All right, so next week we have fun stuff going on. So we are putting together our fall guide. So check for this. This is coming out, I believe, on Monday, October 4th. And this is going to give you a list of all the different festivals, the fairs, Oktoberfest, corn mazes, pumpkin patches, all that kind of stuff to really kind of get you into the season for the fall. So look for that one coming your way. And then we also have our other What You Get For series coming up. Do you want to talk a little bit about this house?
This was a nice little house. A split foyer, and you go upstairs. There's a living room, big, huge living room, hardwood floors, dining room. Really nice feature that they did for the lighting. Goes out, ladders that go out to the backyard, wooded backyard, and big deck. Kitchen had a great big, huge, center island, and it wasn't a huge kitchen, but the island was really very, very nice. And then the master bedroom the primary bedroom and full bath is down there, as well as another bedroom. When you go downstairs, it's a big family room with a fireplace, another walk out to the yard, and a couple of the rooms that could be used as a bedroom or as a den office area, playroom area for kids and stuff like that. It's kind of the way it kind of wraps around is, has full bath downstairs as well. Yeah. It's a nice house, a lot of cul-de-sac, quiet little area back in that, the Burke area.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So and only $600,000. Only. I mean, isn't that great? That's the market we've just come out of. So we went ahead, like I said, not only showed you what you can get for that price range in the Burke area, but then also broke down the numbers for you. So if you're looking at that, you're going to get a good idea for what your mortgage payments are going to be. We also have our top 3 takeaway, where we are talking about what is actually happening on the day of closing and when do you actually get the keys to the property, because it's not always the exact same time. I have had, it really depends on each transaction. I have had some people, like in other transactions that I've heard about, where they are very adamant about the keys are not turned over until something is recorded or to the funds are 100% there. But so in this series, are you the one who did this one? I can't remember who did this one. Okay. So Sharon brings us through when you actually get those keys.
Right.
So,
and the other thing too, we've had quite a few rent backs.
Yes.
I've got a couple of buyers going on right now. They're like, how do we juggle a buy-sell situation right now? And you certainly don't want to sell your home and not have a place to move, especially if you have kids.
Right.
And so it's that whole thing. Like I'm showing 4 houses this morning, and one of them, it clearly says we want to close by this date, but we need a rent back it through like almost halfway through November.
Right.
So still deadlines as to when to get the offers in, and
right.
Still competitive out there. So and then that on the other end of that, then the buyer has to sell their house, and they're like, well, I don't want to sell my house yet until I know I've got some place to live. So it's
exactly,
it's a tricky situation.
It is. But if you have a good realtor, they're there
right.
for you. So.
And they work out the details.
Yes, and they work it all out. Okay. So some upcoming events that we have on Monday. We have our Masters Monday series. So this is, you can go on focusonnova.com/events and register, or you can catch it. We will be streaming it live on our Facebook pages. But we have journalist Michael Pope is going to talk to us, and Michael and I worked together in my past career, and he actually did a story on this for the magazine. So he's coming in and talking to us about the secret Nazi interrogation camp that was at Fort Hunt in the 1940s. It was fascinating. So make sure to join us for that. That is Monday evening at 7 o'clock. Again, you do have to register if you want to be able to ask questions, because we host it on Zoom, and you can ask questions through there. We will be streaming it live from our Facebook pages, but you just watch where the interactive side is on Zoom. So check that out, and we will be there. And then things to do. There's so much that is happening this fall. So I only chose.
Well, people are finally ready to go do something and feel like that they can. Of course, we're still all masked outside, right. Inside, outside, and depending on the venue, but
right.
At least we're doing them.
I know. So the first one is actually happening next weekend, but I wanted to tell people now so they have time to plan for it. And October 8th and 9th, it's the Taste of Reston. So that's a big event where they have all the different, food vendors and everything. And it's a great, to go out and, just be outside, grab a drink, sample all the different foods and everything. And they have other stuff going on. So that's always a great one. This one sounds so fun. I've never been, and I actually am surprised I've never even heard of this, but apparently it's the 18th annual. So I don't know what I've been doing that I've not heard of this. But now through October 3rd, so this whole weekend over in Georgetown, it's a French market. So it's like everything like Parisian and stuff. Wow. So I think that's so cool. So I might attempt a Saturday or Sunday.
Oh, okay. In your many moments you have free.
I was going to say I have no time this weekend, but that just sounds so fun. So so Georgetown French Market through Sunday. Obviously, one of the big ones in this area is on Saturday in Alexandria is the Art on the Avenue. So that's, a big art festival that happens in Alexandria. And I would also be remiss if I didn't mention that Saturday and Sunday, Bunnyman Brewing's having Oktoberfest.
Yum, yum.
So make sure to stop out there. Yes, we will actually be there on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So definitely stop by for a brat and come say hi to us in person.
You'll see us. We'll all have our little shirts on.
We will, yes. So yeah. So yeah, we're all gonna be hanging out a lot this weekend. 'Cause yes, it's a very busy weekend. I'm very excited because tonight is the Fairfax homecoming game, so I will be. I'm not participating. I shouldn't say that. I will be attending that, so that's gonna be fun. And then getting all the kids ready for the homecoming dance and pictures and everything is gonna be.
And I just had my high school 50th reunion.
Yes.
This past weekend. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
The group that did it put on a fantastic 3-day event, and we had so much fun. Outdoor events and indoor events, and and then of course at the country club we had the dinner and stuff like that. But it was really fun to see people. Some I haven't seen 30 or 40 years, and it's crazy because you just start a conversation and it's like 30 or 40 years have not gone by.
Right.
And it was really fun. It really was. And it was neat because where we were staying, I went to Hermitage High School in Richmond. And when we got out of the car, it was, there were 4 of us, and of the 4 of us staying at one of the girls' father's house, 3 of us were cheerleaders. And when we got out of the car to go in the house, the Hermitage High School where we went, the new school though, is right behind their home, and somebody scored a touchdown. And you could hear the band playing, and all we were like pretended like we had our pom poms.
Right.
It was a lot of fun.
I bet. So
anyway,
yes.
happy homecoming. And,
yes, I'm excited. So and they're doing really good this year. They're so far, knock on wood, undefeated.
Wow.
So this could be the year. You never know.
Have they played Madison yet?
I don't know. I don't know. So they play Edison tonight, though. So, which will also be interesting because my sister and brother-in-law teach at Edison. So, a little bit of rivalry happening there.
Fun.
So, all right. Well, everybody, enjoy your Friday. It is absolutely beautiful out. Happy October. Happy homecoming. Happy fall. Everything. And we will see you back here next Friday. So enjoy your week.
Bye.